The National Defense Education Act, NDEA, of 1958 changed the federal government's relationship to education. Previously, the federal government has been unwilling to fund general education. The Soviet Union's launching of the Sputnik in 1957 changed that. Supporters of the federal funding for education argued that education was important to the nation's defense. Supporters could now link educational aid to national defense. Why are you laughing? This is about how America started wanting more education because when the Soviet Union launched the Sputnik in 1957, they won the space race and the United States was losing the competition. The blue is NASA's portion of the federal budget. Portion of the federal budget, and the red stuff is everything else. That's like less than 1%. No, it's less than 1%.
Okay, so I'm going to put the corrections in.
Yay! Good.
Okay, read this one. Griffin, go.
NASA will continue to purchase seats from Russia's space agency to help astronauts to get to the International Space Station. It appears very unlikely Congress will provide the funding NASA is requesting to develop a replacement for outdated space shuttles program. Over the past 5 years, Congress has cut approximately $1 billion from President Barack Obama's request for replacements for the retired space shuttles. It cost the U.S. taxpayers about $75 million for every ride on a Soyuz rocket to the space station. Under the new contract, that will rise to nearly $82 million in 2018, according to NASA.
Okay, so what was that connection you made between that article and the other one we just read?
This one is the Congress isn't going to pay not enough money for us to make rocket ships, space shuttles to go up into space, and then there's more. The Russians they won the space race, put stuff up. Now we have to buy stuff from them because we don't have enough money to get up to the National Space Station.
And I don't know if you'd say they won the space race because 47 years ago we got to the moon first. But really, since then, funding has been being cut. Okay? Now, what is this thing back here?
Supporters can now link educational aid to national defense. Well, if we have more education, that means we have more people that are smarter and they can do more things. And national defense, not really in fighting, but more competition defense, right?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yay.
I'm going to stop it right there. That's the perfect way to stop it. Okay. One thing I'm not sure. I tend to think that this should be capitalized. International Space.
We're still running. We're still running. Dude, stop the thing. We're still running. Crap. You know we're still recording, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna fix it.
Okay.
People will watch this thing.
Don't laugh at us.
Okay, it's not gonna happen right now.
Wait, why do you need to call your mom? Oh, by the way, dude, no laughing at me. Dude. Sophie.
Let's go over the corrections. Oh, I know what's capitalized because they call it the ISS sometimes like that.
Yeah.
International.
Go ahead and read it again, Griffin.
NASA will continue to purchase seats from Russians space agency.
What's it say?
Russia's space agency to help astronauts to get to the International Space Station.
Oh, hold on. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
So this one should be 2.
NASA will continue to purchase seats from Russia's space agency to help astronauts get to the International Space Station. It appears very unlikely Congress will provide the funding NASA is requesting to develop a replacement for the outdated space shuttle program.
Okay, did you guys notice that C for Congress is capitalized? That's important. Because it happens again later.
Over the past 5 years, Congress has cut approximately $1 billion from President Barack Obama's requesting for replacements for the retired space shuttles. It costs U.S. taxpayers about $75 million for every ride on the Soyuz rocket to space, to the space station. Under the new contract that will rise to nearly $82 million in 2018, according to NASA.